Hello and welcome to this first session of Signal and System. My name is Sumit Chobe and I will be discussing Signal and System as per GATE syllabus and the syllabus of Indian University. Before we begin this session, let's ask ourselves a question. What is Signal and System? What is Signal and System? So the easiest answer that one can get with respect to this is that signal and system is the study of interplay of signals with systems. This will be much clearer in the future, but for now, let's discuss what we mean by the term signal. So, what is signal? Is our first question. When you hear the term signal, there must be quite a few things that comes to your mind. It may be railway signals, it may be traffic signals, it may be some sort of information displayed on a board, or it may be some other thing. It may be the heartbeat of some other person. It may be ECG, it may be EEG, it may be electrical signals, or it may be infinite number of things. So, what is common in all these things? So you will find out that all these things are some sort of either some sort of patterns, or they are variations, or they are changes with respect to time or space, or both. Since this is a matter of abstraction here, we would like to represent these things in terms of a known mathematical model. So what mathematical will be able to present patterns, variations and changes with respect to time, or changes with respect to space, or both. So you will surprised to know that this mathematical model is nothing but a function. So a signal is a function of one or more independent independent variables. Okay, so now let's refresh what the function, what we mean by the term function. As you may be aware of, function is basically a mapping with some sort of rules. Well, basically it's one rule, nothing else. So function is kind of mapping from one set A to another set B. This first set is called domain and this second set is called range of the function. And function is basically this mapping. So this is the mapping from A to B, F A to B, and the rules here is that A is the domain of the signal, or B is the range of the signal of function. When we say signal, we mean function. When we say function, we mean signal. It's the term that will be used interchangeably in this subject. Okay, so the rule here is that all points of set A, that is domain, has to be mapped to set B. There cannot be a point here, or that cannot be a member of set A that is not mapped to the member of B. This is the first rule, And second rule is that this mapping cannot be many to one. So what it means is that no 2 points of A will be mapped to a single point in B. Other than that, it's basically a mapping or basically a relation there. So the rule here is that mapping cannot be many to one. Many to one. So this is the simplest rule that will be there. Let's inquire something more about this domain and range. In general, we have two sets, A, another set B. Let's call them X and Y. So this is set X and this is set Y, and our function is basically a relation that maps from X to Y. So F is nothing but a mapping from X to Y. Now the set X, depending upon the nature of set X and set Y, we may have different kind of signal. So if X is in a real number and Y is also a real number, in general it can be complex. Okay, so if X is a real number and Y is also a real number, then our signal F is called continuous time continuous value signal. In general, our independent variable here is going to be time, so that's why we are saying it continuous time continuous value, continuous time for this domain and continuous value for this range. If X is integer and Y is also integer, then this is called discrete time discrete value signal. If X is real and Y is integer, then it is called continuous time discrete value signal. And if this is integer and this is real, then it is called discrete time continuous value signal. This signal here is also known as analog signal. This signal is known as digital signal. This is also some sort of digital signal. This one is called sample data signal. Sampled data signal. This is kind of continuous digital signal, and this is the type of signal that is used as a pulse in digital electronics. So this is this kind of signal. Okay, we will explore them further in the next lecture. For now, thank you.